Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing? So, here we are again, right back to all-time highs. Hey, Jem, Travis, X, Kev, Mark, how you guys doing? Lear, what's up, man? Oh, boy. Here we go again. Yeah, we have some sellers. That's good. We need sellers. What? Oh, let's dig into this. Welcome, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm JJ. This is tradingsyndicate.org. And I'm good. I'm good. I'm ready for the weekend. I don't know about you. I'm ready for the weekend. That's so what we're looking for is probably back and forth trading in yesterday's range. Hey, AZS, how you doing? Right? I would say back and forth in yesterday's range is the way to go. Our overnight inventory is 100% short. Okay. There's yesterday's close, which was a markup close. To be fair, yesterday's close was that was a lot of smoke and mirrors because of the I think it was AVGO or something like that. So all of the trading is underneath yesterday's close. So inventory is short, but we seem to be going back and forth over 69.03. And right now we found bids down at that 68.90 level, and we seem to be rejecting 68.94 to the downside. Okay. Our all-time highs are here. I've got 69.46. That's the all-time high from RTH on the 29th, and then I've got 69.53 and 3/4, and that's the all-time Globex high. So we're very, very close to that. I want to see how much of yesterday is real, right? Because a lot of yesterday was markup, and when we took that high from the day before, that's when we got that big push up, right? We had a massive push up and then a massive push down and then right back up. That action, what that does is it really screws a lot of traders out because you get a lot of people who go long, right? They get trapped, they get flushed out. Then you get people who go short, they get trapped and they get squeezed up. So right now the market's just kind of we're going back and forth between I would say 68.94 to this 69.13 area. Let's see what happens when we open for business. And remember, you want to go you want to trade that back and forth. You want a balance. Now, our balance zone I used this morning, our cost basis, and I said this morning I'm going to stop using the word balance and value. Okay? The market profile traders are going to be upset with me, but I don't care. Okay, so I'm getting rid of balance and value because they're confusing. When you tell people this is the value area, they're like, what? How do you assign value and blah, 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 and fair value and all this stuff? So I'm throwing it away. Okay? I'm throwing away value. I'm throwing away cost balance. We're going with cost basis. Okay? Listen, if you guys can't, you guys are hard to teach. Okay? Jam, you especially. Right? You guys are hard to teach. So I've got to go, what is the cost basis? How much did you pay for your crap? Right? This is what you paid for it. This is how much you paid for your crap here. This is your 2 times profit zone. This is your 2 times discount zone. This is your 4 times discount zone. Okay? Teaching you guys esoteric statistics language from the 1980s is frickin' impossible. Right? There you go, Jonathan. Give me the cheap crap, please. Thank you. Exactly. Right? And how do you trade it? So when the market goes from where they bought it to where they put it on discount, you look for a sale and you buy some. When the market gets overpriced, you short some when they put it on sale. Savvy? Follow? So when the market is at a discount, you wait for the lowest discount level, and when that shows support, then you buy and go long. When the market is in the profit level and they're putting it on sale and you see that it can't get up over a certain area, then you go short. I mean, you can't get any more simple than that, right? Now, I think a golden retriever could understand that, right? The other thing that we're going to talk about, this is simple. When the top of the candles start moving higher, it means buyers are coming in. When the top of the candles start moving lower, it means the suppliers have to put the crap on sale. Simple? As they'd say in the 70s, can you dig it? Okay? So those are the couple of things. No more value area, no more balance. This is your cost basis. This is the discount. This is the profit zone. Right? Top of the candles going up, buyers are coming in. Top of the candles moving lower, we've got to put it on sale. That's it. With respect to chasing trades, here it is. Have you ever seen rich people run for a bus? No, you don't. They sit and wait for their Bentley to come around. So stop chasing buses. Wait for your trade. Okay? Don't chase the bus and be a tire biter. Wait for your trade, wait for your execution, take the trade. Okay? Right? And even if you make $20, $30, $40 on a trade, $5, you are getting paid to learn. You are getting paid for gathering information. That's a good thing. Don't poo-poo that. Don't sit around and go, I deserve to get paid $6,000 today. Because you don't. Right? You'll work up to that. You'll get there eventually. Right? So these are the things I've been thinking about. And this is the practical way we're going to go. Right? Do I look for anomalies on TPO? I used to. I'd waste so much time doing that. But you know, all you need for TPO is this, right? For TPO, you need a few things. You need 1, pour high, pour low. 2, single prints. 3, Where is your inventory of the day priced? The rest of it, right? In some cases, spike basis. I have just taken TPO and I've given you the major things that you need to use that are actionable. Because of anomalies in TPO, anything can be an anomaly, anything can be subject to interpretation. The thing is it repeatable and can you trade off of it? Most of the time, 90% of the time, it's no. That's why a lot of TPO traders struggle when markets change. There's a certain kind of trading that's perfect for TPO guys, but when that doesn't happen, they're screwed, right? There's no poor low tonight. There's only one low. That's the low right here. This is our low. It is not a poor low. It's got 1, 2, 3 ticks of excess. Nice and simple. Okay. And what I've been doing is today in my coaching classes, I was taking people through and I was rewinding the chart going, look below and fail, look below and fail, look below and fail, look below and fail. There's 4 kinds of look below and fails. Know the difference between them, learn them, understand the subtleties. It's going to be a challenging year next year, trading. Okay, it's already hard this year. You need to stick to what pays, right? It could be an anomaly. It could be nothing. The thing is, Carnivore Kid, how are you going to make money off the anomaly? I have sat, and I'll tell you, man, I, I have sat from 2012 to around, God, even 2021, right? For years, I sat and I looked at these TPO charts and I looked for anomalies. And then some people said, look at the ledge and there's a thing here and there's a thing there and there's a thing there. But guess what? Nobody made any money. They would just sit and look at anomalies, right? And nobody actually made any money, right? You're like, right? That's what drives me nuts about trading because there's so much information. There's just so much information, but what information pays and what is just kind of cool, right? Our New Year's resolution, and I'm doing our New Year's resolution right now. Our New Year's resolution for 2026 is to get paid, right? And as the great Al Davis from the Oakland Raiders said, it doesn't have to be pretty. Just get paid, okay? Just win, okay? Keep it simple. Right now, let's go see where the sellers are and where they stop selling. Hey Dan, how you doing? Right? That's it, Rudy. No, no, no. It's okay. Yesterday's heckler was just trying to pretend he was smart, right? So can I talk about what large positions traders think and do when they see 4 highs in the last week getting sold into? Sell! Dragon, if you see a seller and you're long, you better sell. That's it. Hey, Jorge. Hola. Right? We are working on something that's going to help you with that, to help you visualize, right? Every customer counts. Exactly, Badir. Right? We are working on some software that will help you visualize what it's like to trade size. And so far, we haven't tested it yet. We're just developing it. And my developer's got, he's a good, pretty smart, pretty smart. He's got this thing on lock. It'll be out soon. We're going to test it on you guys in the room. So, look above and fail of 6907. Where the heck is VWAP? Why is it off? Oh, every time I do chart replay, VWAP gets taken off. There we go. There we go. Yeah, 2 3/4. Thanks. Yeah, it's right there. So if you're looking for a look below and fail of 3 1/4, market's looking below. It's finding some bids at VWAP. So if you were to go long, right? Say you're buying 3 3/4, 4 1/4, right? You know that there's a seller at 4.5. So if you want to go long, you want to put your sell orders just above there. There's that 4.5 seller, right? Then it's going to be 4 3/4, 5. If we hold 3 1/4, you could stay long. If we start getting underneath VWAP, you're in trouble, right? Now, overnight inventory itself is long. The short-term inventory is right here, right? That's why that overnight point of control is there. That's where 70% of the inventory, the cost basis, is priced there. That's why we're having a little trouble. There's a little bit of selling here. They had to put it on sale to bring some buyers in, right? Now let's see if it holds. Now this is a choppy look below and fail, right? Overnight is 100% short, but very good. I think that's Scott. You can see that there are sellers, right? Even though inventory is short, the short-term inventory here is long above 4.5, right? So if you hold 3 and if we take out the 4.5s, these are where you'd put your sell orders if you were buying, because you'd go up, and if this sell order gets taken, great. If that one, and then that one, and then that one, you can stay in the trade. If those sell orders do not get executed, you know that you're holding inventory that's not priced well, right? Right? You are a trader, right? You're not an analyst. You're not a salesman. You don't have to talk your position. You're a trader. So you own some inventory. If that inventory, you got it at a good price, you'll make money on it. If you didn't get it at a good price, you're going to have to blow it out to retain what little capital you have left. That is trading. There is nothing more than that. If you overcomplicate it and overstimulate yourselves, you guys are never going to make any money, right? Or you'll be completely inconsistent, right? So I'm seeing bids at 3 1/4. I know there's a seller at 4.5. So say you're building a little position between 3 1/4 and 4.5. Have a 5 sell order out there. If that 5 sell order can never get taken, what are you going to do? What are you going to do if you own something and nobody frickin' wants to buy it? Put it on sale. Exactly. How long are you going to hold it, and how much capital are you going to put to that transaction? Exactly. I am listening. Right? So had I been long in the 3s, as soon as it got under 3 1/4, I'd probably sell a couple of contracts. If it comes back up, I might add. right? In this price action, not the greatest trade. You are going to take trades and scratch. That's the cost of doing business. Stop whining about it, right? And when you get stopped out of a trade, you don't need Dr. Phil and you don't need to go sit on a psychiatrist's couch. You made a business decision that didn't work out, save the capital that you have, and wait for the next business opportunity, right? You don't need to be petted on the head and told, oh, you're a great person because, oh, don't worry, you got stopped out. Being stopped out is a cost of doing business. That's life, right? Hopefully, once you understand how it works, you are going to get stopped out less and less. Or your stop outs are going to be small. So your cost of doing business, your business expenses are less compared to the money you make. That's the goal, right? You will always get stopped out of trades. That is how this business is, right? So Josh immediately said, I'm not going long in this price action, right? That's a valid term, right? You're watching them work this 69.03 level out. You see that they stop selling in VWAP, but you see that there's a constant seller at 4.5. So you're thinking maybe it does this before it goes back up and flushes those sellers out. Get it? That's the goal. Nice and simple. Don't overcomplicate it. You see the candles in chop. It's your decision to do business or to not do business. Take this, excuse my language, take this bullshit that you guys have invented on FOMO and revenge trading and all of this crap, which is just an excuse for having no discipline, and throw it out the window. Now you can do business, right? When the candles are like this and they're chopping back and forth, there's no trade, right? When it's slow, the candles are going to be smaller, right? Are you going to make mistakes? Yes. Are you going to be wrong? Yes. But sometimes we just have to man up, admit we're wrong, and get on with it. And don't dwell on it. Okay? Go back and look at why the trade worked or why it didn't work. Document it and learn for next time. Cool? And that's all we're doing here. Right? That's all we're doing. So, even though overnight inventory is 100% short, it's not going up, is it? When overnight inventory is 100% short, we should be doing this. We're not. We're doing this. The market's trying to tell us something, that we have sellers. As we come in, so look below and fail of 3.25, no good. There's a cost basis here, right here. If we violate that cost basis, the next cost basis is here and here. So we will come into these areas. So what I'm looking for, if there's no look below and fail here, I'll wait for this look below and fail. Those of you who are short, you can be short as long as the market doesn't reclaim VWAP. So if you're short here in this cost basis and the market starts getting back up over 2, then that could be the bid that we're looking for. But if you're short underneath VWAP, put some buy orders. There you go, right? So I'm short 6,900, and I bought one back at 98.5. I'm bid at 98.25. I'm moving my bids up because I'm not getting hit, and I'm flat. Did you see how we looked for a long? The long wasn't happening. right? I said we can take a short underneath VWAP, and then one big sell order hit the market. My bids were in. One of them got filled, the other one didn't. As soon as the other bid did not get filled, I covered the trade. Why did I cover the trade? Well, because there's buying here. If I didn't cover the trade, I'd be one of those guys who's, oh, I'm going to put my stop at break even. What's the point of even doing business if your stop is at break even? Don't waste your money. Trading with a break even stop is the dumbest thing ever. I understand it because you don't want to lose money. But if you're not confident in your trades, it's because you don't know what you're doing. So if you're short here, you put your stop there and then you put your buy orders in. If your buy orders don't get hit, cover. Continuation is never guaranteed, especially in this market. Conspiracy theories. Right? Yeah, everybody's expecting an all-time high, right? Which is a great reason to take this thing down 30 or 40 points. Right? Hey, you could be right. So look below and fail traders. Where are you looking? You're looking for 94 and a quarter, right? There's 94 and a quarter. And we're opening. So I got the overnight low in the wrong place. There it is. Look below and fail of 94 and a quarter. Not happening yet. What would you do now? Let's see. Watch. Let's wait for the next candle. Next candle, there's a seller at 94 quarter. No look below and fail. There you go. Just chill. Failed to take out the overnight low. There's some bids there. Here we come back up over 94 and we're looking for the seller, looking for the seller. And where is my seller? And I had a 95 and a quarter bid and I did not get hit. So I grabbed some at 96 and three quarters. I got a sell at 98 and a half. I got another sell at 99 and I am flat. Right? I hesitated at these 95, so I had to pay up. Right? I took the offer. Target will be somewhere here in this 6,900 level. We should have a seller here at VWAP. These white lines that are drawing, that's where the sellers, we think that's where they'll be, right? Because they were there before, they'll be there again. Why? Because they have size. Nice little choppy open. Everybody understand what I'm talking about? Everything we do is practical at the Trading Syndicate. We want you to make money. We don't want to screw around and talk about all sorts of crap that's not going to make you any money. We want you to be profitable. We want you to get paid. So come by our Trading Syndicate. Steve's got another deal going, right? He's practically giving this stuff away, right? At what he's doing. The development cost for this AI has been pretty big, you know. Tempting to go one-on-one after a few months of grinding. Yeah, just reach out to me, Harris. Reach out. Ready anytime. A little choppy, eh? A little slow. Nobody really wants to buy it here. Nobody really wants to buy it. They kind of, ugh. If you're long, you're looking for 6901-ish. Here we go. Ah, close. Remember, overnight inventory is still short. That's why we're getting this move up. This is normal business. It's not obvious. It's taking some time. We found the buyers under 69, 68.94 and a quarter. There's that seller right where the white line is. So if you were long 95, 96, if you're not out by 6,900, you snooze, you lose. If you're holding longer, you're waiting for enough people to short the market here at 98 to push us over VWAP. Let's see if that happens. Carnivore Kid, can I ask what spike base you're talking about in RTH? Because I've got a spike base here at 6909. I'm just curious, what spike base down here are you seeing? Because I don't see a spike or a base of a spike until we get all the way up here. And you're right, it did reject here, right, in the overnight, and it rejected here again. Now, let's see, have we got enough people short under 98? I look at the spike base as this. You know where N period took the high of K? That's the spike. That's that after hours spike. The base of it is right here. 6909 and a half slicing on. No, you're right. You're right. You are correct. What, let me ask you now, Carnivore Kid, what would get us up into that spike base and get us to accept? Riddle me that. You're on a roll with the spike thing. There you go. Why do I prefer ES and not NQ? Because the NQ is a thin market. I like my markets thick. And the other reason is when I started trading, I didn't trade the NQ. I've just traded ES since 2012. It moves a little slower. The order book is thicker. Um, it's a bit more stable, right? I like some stability when I'm trading. The NQ is great for people who they love that, they love the nightlife. They like the boogie, right? They love that back and forth and jumping up and down. And, you know, I prefer a nice, calmer market. That's all, right? We have people in our room who trade the NQ successfully, but they've gotten beat up a lot on their way to profitability, right? And for my larger accounts, I can trade more size in the ES than NQ because of price stability. And also, I'm getting old now. That's really all it is. I don't like the drama. I don't like the drama of the NQ. Truth be told. But if you can trade it and you can trade it well, I think that's great. Looking for 3.25. So do you think we've got enough people trapped? Now let's see if we get a big green candle. They're selling into this. That's okay. It's a bit of a slow Friday. That's okay. We have contract rollover coming up too. That keeps people from, making crazy decisions. Slowly creeping higher. Next sellers are going to be at 4 and change, 4.25. Seller at 3.25. That's okay. We need to go back down and backfill. We need to find more buyers. So we're going back. Going to find those buyers. See if we can tempt them into the store. Right? That's all we're doing. Nice and slow. Whoa. Competition. Okay. Big candle, big competition. Right? We found our seller. We found our seller. Right? Look below and fail of 94.25 again. Let's see. I'll wait for the next candle. Because if it's one big order, right? If it's one big order, once that order is done, the market will rotate up again. So I'm waiting for the next candle to open and see how that candle treats us. It's a big zone from 94 to 3. So let's see. Next candle's opening up. Let's find the bid. There we go. There we go. Come on down. Come on down. Nice and patience. See if it holds 94.25. If it does another look below and fail. If it looks below and can't get up over 94.25, just leave it alone. If you're short, that's great. Put some bids in. Watch the offer. We're looking for the seller. The seller's at 95. If we get over 95, you can buy a few. Put your stop at 94. If you get stopped out, no big deal. Just watch the offer. Right? There are going to be sellers here and here. Let's see what the order flow is. That's why I only do the look below and fail at the edge. I hate buying continuation longs because I'm always selling up here, right? If I have size, I'm always selling here. That's why I'm not a buyer here, right? That's why I like to buy this or this if that does that, right? If I don't see it getting back over 94 and a quarter, scratch, out. Now, if you have gone long and you got stopped out, don't worry. There's always another trade, right? Always manage your risk. You know, like I said, you are going to get stopped out. You're going to be wrong. It happens. Don't have a hissy fit over it. Take the information and learn from it. If you can't figure it out, don't trade. Sit and watch. You get stopped out a couple of times and you start feeling yourself getting rattled, get up and walk away from the computer. Right? Don't be a slave to your emotions. Okay? You find yourself getting stopped out multiple times, just stop trading. Right? There's no reason to blow up your account. Yeah, we're so close to that overnight low. It'd be a shame not to take it out. Right? I'd love to see what's underneath 80, 89, you know? I'd love to see what's lurking under there. Good stuff, Josh. You're dialed in today. Good, good, good. There we go. Creeping back up. There's that seller at 96 again. Quelle surprise. Back down under 94 and a quarter. I'll wait for the next candle. I don't have to have the cheapest trade location. I don't mind paying 96, 96 quarter. But you got to show me, right? You got to show me that it's worth going long here. And I still see a seller at 96. So until you get that seller out of the way, I'm not going to go in there. See? Oh, there's a bit of a bid at 92. This is all short covering. Down at these areas here, near that overnight low, this is short covering. So they're trying to get it as cheap as possible. That's why it's jerking up and down like that. Here we go. There's the overnight low. This is a seller at 91. No reason to take a trade just yet until they prove to us. If you're shorting and it accepts under 9, I was just going to say I'm too late to call it out. I was going to say if you're short, your stop's 91 and you're looking for 86. If we regain the overnight low, watch 91. If you take out the 91s, this could be a look below and fail of the overnight low. And there's going to be sellers here and here at 94. Just so you know. See you, Mother Truck. Have a good one. Have a good weekend. Let's chat later on the software. Should be pretty cool to see what you've done in your next steps. Let the large traders work this out. You don't have to spend the money. See, let them work this out. There's no reason to be long and get stopped out and get stopped out. So, taking out these lower stops, we're going to use our 1 minute chart. The middle is 85 and a quarter. Let's see if we find any bids here. Remember, cost basis, 2 times discount, 4 times discount. Creeping back on that overnight low. Let's see where the sellers are. Remember there was a 91 seller before? You see how anemic the buying is? I'm not interested in a long right now at all. And I'm not short, so I'm just chilling and watching. If you're short, that's wonderful. If we reclaim the overnight low, if we get back over 90 and we start taking out that 91 seller, see, look, see, this is short covering. There's 91, right? There we go. See if it holds that area. See if it holds this. If you're long, 90, 91, 90 in that area, make sure you have your sell orders out because the sellers are going to be here. Right? There's going to be a seller at 92 and a half, 92. They're right there, right? Now let's see if we can hold the overnight low. And that's how you watch the market, right? So you know where you can get a good discount, you buy some, and you flip it out, right? See how it went right to where I marked, didn't it? Went right to that 92 area, stopped, turned, and came back down. If we go sideways between 89 and 92, we might be able to get a push back up to 94. Not the easiest market to trade on the long side because it's been trend down since the open, kind of. So give it some time. Just relax. If it holds that 90, see there's that 92 seller again. They're still there. There we go, right? So if you're buying 92, make sure you get your orders out because there's going to be sellers, right? Target will be the open, right? 96, that's where your target's going to be. But there are going to be sellers along the way. So make sure that you sell your inventory. Okay? Nice work, Taco. Let's see if we can break 94 and a quarter now. Watch the offer. Watch the birdie. Right? Not yet. There's still a seller at 94 quarter, 94 half. Point of control's down here. So there's some size buying coming in. I'm looking for this overnight low again to hold. This is what I'm concentrating on. Right here. Still a seller at 93. Right? So those sellers are still there. That's why if you're going long, sell into strength. There's not much follow through here, Taco, because it's all shorts. This buying is generated purely from short sellers. So there's no, we haven't created those FOMO longs yet. It's a bit boring, but you can learn a lot from watching this kind of price action because it's tough to trade, and there's going to be a lot of times like this in the future coming up where it's going to be great, then it's going to suck, then it's going to be great, then it's going to suck, and we have to know the difference, right? And that's our job. Don't worry. Gets better over time. Creeping up on 10 o'clock now. Is ES ready for the weekend? Here we go. Can we take out 94 and a quarter? No, they're still selling into it. Right? There's still a seller at 94 and a quarter, and every time you get there, he's like pelting you with bananas like a monkey. Hitting you in the head with ES. Right back down. Once we clear out 94 and a half, 94 and a quarter, then we'll be looking at 96 and then 98. But until then, the vacuum cleaner continues to go back and forth. Do you guys understand what's going on? The short sellers are coming in because the overnight low is a place where they'll cover. all of this inventory above 94, these people are not happy and they're selling, but they don't all sell at the same time. That's why we're doing this back and forth, back and forth. Yeah. When it's really choppy, just sit back and watch. Pretend you're watching a movie. There's night. See, there's that overnight low again. So if they're gonna sell, as my old boss Trevor would say, if they're gonna sell, JJ, frickin' just hit every bid. Let's help them, right? So if I was really sharpened on the ball, I would have been shorting 94 because I saw that there's a constant seller there. Know what I mean? Yeah, Raj, you're it. Definitely. There's a seller at the overnight low now. See? That's okay. Let them sell. See, the seller's right there at the top of that B high. Now I'm looking for 76 quarter. Nice trade, Jam. Good stuff, Josh. Smart. Way to go. Good, good, good. You guys are learning. Beautiful. See? Top of the candles, the seller's there. You guys see that? It's very helpful, and it's the simplest indicator you'll ever have, and it's an indicator that nobody will tell you about. The top of the candle is where the sellers initiate. So if you've got two candles with the exact same top, no matter what time frame, look for a seller there, right? And if you don't see a seller there, it's because the sellers have seen buyers coming into the store and they're raising price. Pretend that that level is a glass door and the sellers are sitting here. If they see you going out to the parking lot, they're going to follow you and lower the price. If they see people lining up to go in the store, they're going to raise the price. That's all it is. And this is all done electronically, but the business never changes. Look, seller is still here, right? So if you're short and that seller is constant, you can stay short. Put some bids down here. So if you get a big red candle, it'll come and fill your bids, and then you can close out your trade. Exactly, Jim. Uh, 76 quarter, Lear. That's what I'm looking at. So we're in the same neighborhood. Yeah, you're right. The simplest things are the hardest to understand because unfortunately, we've been lied to, my friends. We've been lied to over and over and over again. And that is unfortunately the way of finance, is to lie to you and take your money. Business never changes. Looking for 76 and a quarter. Right? So the markets never change. They just get more efficient, faster. Now, let's see how many people. Can we get this thing down? The cost basis of yesterday is all the way down here, and it didn't move up at the end of the day. Bit of a clue, right? I'm still looking for 76 and a quarter. Right here. Well done. I am listening. Well done. See, you were listening. Right? You were listening. Good, good, good. Beautiful. Nice. I love it when a plan comes together. I'm still waiting for 76 to see if we can get a tickle. Exactly. Dr. Fraser Crane. I'm listening. So if you are short 94, 89, 86 in that area, pay yourself here a little bit. It might go lower. It's very possible. Just in case we find a bid, you should be you should be prepared as we get into 8 times discount. See, there's a little reaction here. Not that great, right? I'll wait for the next candle. right? I always used to go for that reaction. So if I wait for the next candle and I see if it can get up and stay over 76 and a quarter, I'll take a quick long to like 79.80. But I'm not seeing it right now, right? I'm not seeing it right now. You got a squib at 73? Okay. Maybe we'll get a bid there. Sometimes they trap late shorts or longs, but is there a way to understand there's a particular problem? Yeah, just watch the chart. The best way to understand what's going on is just to watch a 1 minute chart. And I tell you, the simplest thing I have found, right, is when the top of those candles are moving down, you got sellers putting it on sale, right? The smart money shorts are always the first to come in and buy. So now we are in 8 times discount from our cost basis. Somewhere here there should be bids. Where? We don't know. So if you're a long, if you're one of those like buy the dip kind of folks, you just want to chill out and wait. Right? There is no reason for you to be buying anything right now. Right? There is no reason for you to want to buy anything right now. The market has to prove itself to you, and it's certainly has not for a long. Now, this is one of those situations where a lot of people get into trouble because they're trying to buy the dip, right? And it's dipping, and they're buying, and it's dipping, and they're buying, and it's dipping. And man alive, you are starting to get close to blowing up your account because you keep buying and it keeps going lower. When you see those candles, what I'd like you to do, right, if you want, is to replay this, replay the chart, and notice how the candles, when the top of the candles are going like this, that means don't buy it, right? Wait till it does that and the top of the candles start going higher, because that means the market has seen buyers. Yes, yesterday's low is all the way down here at 68.38. That's yesterday's low. Carnivore Kid, you got 68.17. That's quite a ways beneath us. We haven't found the bid yet. We're starting to. We're starting to. Right? So look below and fail of 76 and a quarter. Long 77. I've got 78 and a half, 79 orders out. I'm out 1, out 2. If we can't get to 80, I am gonzos. Put a box. I don't know. Just so you guys know in the room, that's not right. Why am I getting wrong information here? I got 38 here. Why are my charts screwed up? Oh no, there it is. 38. 68. 17 is down there. Okay. No problem. Just don't want people to have wrong information. Right? There's 68.38. So I punched out of that. I was long right there. Saw that it couldn't print the 80s. I'm gone. Take it again if it cleans up. But there's still sellers. There's still sellers in this thing. Right? Let the market find the bid. Let the market find the bid. Remember, it's Friday. Relax. There's no reason to be all anxious to lose all the money you made this week on a Friday, right? If you feel like giving away money, send it to us. We'll at least have a party and enjoy it. There's still a seller at 78.79. No reason to go long. No reason to go long. If we get back over 78, 79 again, I'm interested. But right now, no, I'm not. Yesterday's move was a big, big short squeeze. Those moves tend to come undone quite a bit. And do you not remember that after Powell spoke, we ran up, then we took the entire move back, and then we went all the way back up again. So these markets, remember what I said at the beginning of this week. It's a speculator's market. Big ranges, big moves, big money. The move up gets taken back, the move down gets taken back. The move up gets taken. It's it's going to be like ping pong, but the table is a big table. Right? It's like ping pong, but it's a big ping pong table. Yeah, we're right at the cost basis for yesterday. Stopped there pretty much a few ticks away. There's the open to the tick. And the next big level for me is 68.64. Do you guys notice how slow the move down was? Do you guys see that? How slow the move down was? Tops of the candles still going lower, lower, lower. Little inventory adjustment up, they sell it to it. Little inventory adjustment up, they sell it to it. Right? And it's going to be like this probably all the way in. Yeah, shorts covering all the way down. Really good. Arkwright, really good. Actually, no, it's not done that way, Alex. It's not done slow to make you buy and try and get the bottom. They could care less about us as retail investors. We're a fly on the ass of the elephant. No, it makes no sense at all. It's just slow because that's the order flow that's coming in and the shorts are covering on the way down. That's why it's not just dropping, right? See, a lot of people think, oh yeah, they're doing this because of that and this because of that, and that's not true, right? They could care less. They could really, really care less what we do, right? They have a business to do. If you've ever worked an order, Alex, for like a million shares, you really don't care what retail people are doing. You have a job to do, right? And you have to make sure that that order gets executed properly, right? So the order flow, the incoming traffic into the market and how you deal with them with your inventory, that's how the market reacts. They're not chasing us. They're not trying to make us do anything. They could care less if we're there or not. They love it when we are there because we are food to be eaten. That's why it's funny when old traders go, oh, you shouldn't let them do this. I'm like, let them come in, let them bring them in, bring them all in, right? The more people we can get into the market, the more food for us to eat, right? We consider new traders food. So just keep bringing them in, more food, more food. We're starting to see a little stability here, but I'm not sure if I trust it yet. Give it some more time. No problem. It's okay. 4 years, you just started your journey, and I'm very happy that you're profitable. It's good to hear, man. It's really good. It's a beautiful thing. Every time a retail trader gets profitable, a market maker gets his wings. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Oh, bit of a snooze fest here. If we lose 68.64, this 68.54 is a big level on my 4-hour candle chart. So we'd be looking for bids there. Might as well, right? See you, Hank. Have a great weekend, brother. Take care. Be safe with all that propane. So, folks, we are coming up on that 64 and a quarter. You can see every time we make a move higher, they sell into it. No logs for me yet, my friends. Not until we reclaim 76.77. Oh. It's going to be a herky-jerky Monday? Yeah. Contract rollover is always, because we're splitting, you start to split the volume between the two contracts. So that is a bit of a pain, but that's something we have to get used to, right? Where is the new contract has traded 217,000 contracts. So when I do my weekly update on the weekend, I'll start doing the levels for the new contract. There we took out 64. Thanks, Alex, on YouTube. So today was a lesson in how not to take the look below and fail. Right? When you see this kind of stuff and you see all that overhead pressure coming in, and that's why you guys get the trend line, right? That's what creates trend lines. The offer moving up or the offer moving down. And I'm looking for 54 again. Where's my 4-hour candle wax chart? Ah, there we go. Back to work. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. For the folks who are on YouTube watching this, if you want to learn how to trade in a good community of traders, come see us at the Trading Syndicate. It's tradingsyndicate.org. That's our room. And our AI trading coach is second to none. Come check us out. If you have any questions, you can DM me. I'm vwaptrader1 on X. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Thanks, Brad. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Rajad. Have a great rest of the day. No, yes, I don't automatically. No, I do not have automatic rollover. I do everything manually. You know me, Alexander. I'm an old man, so everything is manual. Kieran, click on this link. I'm JJ vwaptrader1. Just click on that link. That'll take you to our Discord room. Thank you, everyone. I'm still waiting for 54. Maybe a look below at fail at 54. The seller continues. Given the nature of these markets, the way they've been, the previous day low is at 38. It's not that far away. Good stuff. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Please stay safe, and we will see you on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll be doing some more videos for the room. I'll have them posted tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful and safe weekend. Come see us at tradingsyndicate.org. I'm JJ, and thank you very much for being with us. I really appreciate it. Let's see. We'll wait for another 20 seconds and see what happens when this next candle opens. I'm looking for the previous day low. See you, Alexander. Have a great weekend. Please stay out of trouble. If you can't stay out of trouble, don't get caught. Still looking for the previous day low. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. See you Monday morning. Bye.